September 1719, a Comanche tribe lives in the northern Great Plains. A young woman, Naru, practices her hunting skills in the forest along with her loyal dog, Sarai. Along the way, Suri's tail gets caught in a bear trap, but Naru manages to pry the trap open and free her. Naru then looks up at the sky and sees what she believes is a thunderbird, but is actually an incoming spacecraft of an alien predator hunter. Naru returns to the village and joins her brother Tob as they prepare for their Kutamia, a rite of passage for Comanche hunters to prove themselves as protectors of the tribe. While Naru wants to be viewed as a capable hunter alongside her brother, their mother Ruka sternly dismisses her aspirations, adhering to traditional tribal gender roles. Meanwhile, not far from the village, the predator ship lands cloaked, and the hunter emerges, proceeding to viciously skin a snake alive. The next day, Tob leads a small hunting party to track a missing tribe member named Puhi, who may have been attacked by a mountain lion. Naru stubbornly joins them, despite protests from the group, as Tob knows she can tend to Puhi's wounds if found. The party soon locates a wounded Puhi alive, and Naru quickly administers herbal medicine to his injuries. Naru suspects that something much fiercer than a lone lion must be roaming the forest to have scared the lion off from finishing its kill. Remaining vigilant, the group continues tracking the lion's movements. Naru and another hunter named Paka climb a tree to set a trap, but Paka is suddenly grabbed by an unseen force and pulled down, screaming to his bloody death below. As the invisible creature climbs the tree toward her, Naru readies her spear in self-defense. Just then, she hears the predator bellow a thunderous roar as it deactivates its cloaking device, revealing itself standing on a nearby boulder surrounded by blinding lights. Naru loses her balance and falls, hitting her head on a rock. Briefly glimpsing the alien just before losing consciousness, Naru manages to slash its torso with her spear. Naru later awakens safely back in her village, her brother having carried her injured body home to recover, completing his Kutamia rite by returning with the slain lion's head. A celebratory ceremony is held in Tob's honor, and he becomes the new war chief. However, still troubled by the bizarre events in the woods, Naru knows a dangerous inhuman predator is now stalking their lands, so the next morning she defiantly sets out alone to track it down despite near suicidal odds. Venturing deep into the wilderness accompanied only by her faithful Sarai, Naru discovers a grisly scene of skinned bison carcasses, confirming the relentless hunter is still active. Meanwhile, the wrathful predator soon crosses paths with a lone wolf in the forest, which instinctively attacks the alien intruder. However, the highly trained predator expertly evades the wolf's lunges before graphically disemboweling the canine without effort and ripping out its severed spine and skull. Claiming the wolf's head as a battle trophy, the predator attaches it to the multiple other skulls adorning its armor. While attempting to analyze the predator's trail of carnage, Naru accidentally steps into a muddy sinkhole and starts rapidly sinking into its depths. Thinking quickly, she throws her hatchet tied to a rope which luckily wraps around a sturdy tree branch, allowing her to pull herself to safety. Retrieving Sarai unharmed, Naru then has a dangerous encounter with an angry mother bear intent on protecting its cubs. Frantically fleeing the towering beast, Naru manages to hide just before the bear is ambushed by the predator appearing behind it. The furious bear puts up a vicious fight, nearly overpowering its alien opponent, but the predator ultimately lands a mighty punch, snapping the bear's neck before hoisting up its limp body, dousing its blood liberally over its armor to mask its scent from Naru as she escapes. Fleeing for her life, Naru crosses paths with other Comanche warriors ordered by War Chief Tob to retrieve his sister and bring her home safely. However, still stubbornly insistent on warning her people about this strange new threat, Naru violently resists capture, including grappling aggressively against a shocked fighter named Wasape until he is aided in knocking her unconscious to forcibly take her back. However, while restraining Naru to depart, Tob's search party is soon ambushed by the cunning predator, picking them off one by one with its plasmacaster shoulder cannon from the trees above as Naru frees herself to narrowly escape while the men meet gory deaths around her. Exhausted, with her feet painfully blistered, Naru's flight is cut short, becoming ensnared herself in a French fur trapper's strong metallic clot wrap. Discovered by the colonial invaders soon after, Naru regains bloody consciousness, finding herself captured alongside Tob inside the trapper's fortified camp. Mercilessly tortured by the exploitative fur traders seeking information about the alien attacker additionally raiding their camps, a sympathetic interpreter named Raphael attempts explaining their goals to a resilient Naru in English, confirming it was their company responsible for the vicious bison mutilations. However, his efforts cease when the vicious head trapper brings Tob outside at knife point, graphically slicing his torso down to his stomach simply to torment the siblings. Callously using the Comanches as live bait tied helplessly to a tree, the French camp prepares to ambush the predator, staging multiple armed lookouts around the perimeter. But their arrogant plans disastrously backfire as the cunning hunter covertly picks off each group one by one with its advanced alien arsenal, brutally slaughtering every screaming trapper. Managing to briefly ensnare the predator's leg in a bear trap, the few survivors attempt confronting it directly only to meet their own savage ends, while Naru stealthily formulates an idea, seeing how the heartless alien considers her harmless in comparison to grown male warriors like her captive brother. Whispering guidance, Naru instructs Tob how to lean subtly against his bonds while diverting the predator's attention just enough to loosen the knots, enabling their narrowly timed escape as flaming debris from the siege rains upon them. Fleeing the massacre site, a vengeful Naru decides if this demon won't hunt her due to her gender, she will use that underestimation to cunningly hunt it instead. First returning to finish off the few remaining abusive French trappers in a surprise assault, Naru successfully infiltrates their camp, kills the combatants, and frees Sarai to join her sisterly vengeance. Suddenly confronted at knife point by a handicapped Raphael, the only survivor, he hurriedly offers Naru his own musket and ammunition in exchange for mercy and healing his badly bleeding severed foot. True to her compassionate nature, Naru solemnly treats Raphael's injury as he reluctantly praises her determination and provides firearm guidance until their brief respite is shattered by the predator's heavy footsteps outside. Raphael screams in agony as the heartless predator callously twists its foot directly into his open gunshot wound during its investigative scan, marking Raphael for immediate execution, while a hidden Naru narrowly avoids similar detection thanks to her natural covering of healing herbs masking her heat signature. Creeping past the feeding alien out the back exit, Naru is then emotionally ambushed, witnessing her beloved brother Tob riding courageously to her rescue, yelling for her to run to safety as the predator's systems instantly target the new adult male threat instead. But tragically, despite Tob's valiant efforts in combat, his standoff ends with the predator's jagged retractable spear brutally impaling his abdomen. Collapsing while Naru cries out in anguish, with his dying breath, Tob uses his last ounce of strength, attempting to draw the predator's attention so his sister can successfully flee its finishing blow. Devastated, Naru refuses to let Tob die in vain, chanting sacred prayers honoring her brother's spirit as she carefully covers herself in medicinal mud and foliage, disguising her human signature even further. Then purposefully tracking the French leader with only a single-minded goal of vengeance, Naru ferociously attacks the desperate man, graphically severing his foot as karmic payback before ruthlessly using his screaming body as bait just as he had tortured her brother. Mimicking the alien's clicking vocalizations, Naru loudly announces her presence to summon the predator to its final fight while she stealthily hides nearby, having coated her skin with the natural remedy eliminating her heat continually. Confidently leaping down directly before the Frenchman, the predator observes the crippled man momentarily before launching its signature plasma blast, instantly killing the defenseless trapper in a spray of green smoke and fire. But immediately from the hanging vines behind the unsuspecting alien, Naru rapidly cocks and fires Raphael's musket, striking the side of the predator's metal helmet point blank, making it stagger backwards in surprise. Seizing her only distracting opportunity as the infuriated hunter rips off its dented mask, unleashing its hideous real mandibles and skin, Naru turns and sprints, drawing it directly into her pre-planned trap, the same muddy sinkhole she nearly drowned within herself. As the heavy alien sinks into the loosening mud, an acrobatic Naru leaps directly onto its sinking shoulders in a daring maneuver, wielding its own severed helmet down onto its exposed face and neck, brutally impaling the predator through one eye into its exploding brain with its retracted jagged plasma spear tip. Standing exhausted amidst the otherworldly corpse in the muddy pit, Naru solemnly holds up her slain prize, clutching the predator's severed head high to the cheering village, honored as a fully recognized warrior hero upon a return. The movie ends here. Thanks for watching.